without sending the calendar out to an outside agency. We were able to do
I
it
don't put
in-house
our
this year.
time out
And so,
on that paper, we don't need to put time out.
since we did it in-house this year, we were able to really up the amount of gifts. A lot of local businesses supported us. The CALPS calendars will be out at those businesses. And Walmart and KDMI down in Fairfax always donated a large amount of money to sponsor the children also. So last night we had the dinner for them and passed out all the gifts to the families, and be thinking of that throughout this next year, because I know we talked about it, and I didn't hear, nobody had any families that they brought to me. So if something comes up throughout the year and you're just like, that family could really use some help, let us know, and we'll put them on the list for next year. And then the process with that is we actually go into the households and interview the people to make sure it's just somebody not trying to get free gifts for their kids. We want to make sure that it's people that the kids want. If they don't have us, and they're not going to get Christmas, we want to make sure that it's somebody that really has that need. We're not just trying to give free gifts to kids because somebody doesn't want to buy them. We want to find somebody really in need. So if there's somebody that's like that, a family like that, let us know throughout the year, because that's something that we really enjoy doing, and we spend a lot of time on it, and those kids, they get to have Christmas. So that's one of the big things we do every year. So we finally finished that. It takes a lot of our time in October into November, and we're finally done. So we kind of get a little bit of break. So if you guys have any complaints or anything like that you want us to address, then we can work on those for you. But really, that's what we've been up to, is working on Christmas stuff. So.
Who is the company beside Walmart that helps with the?
It's called KDMI.
Oh, KDMI.
Yeah, it's down in Fairfax.
Okay.
Those are just, every year they do a huge amount of it. Those are our two biggest sponsors by far, but there's hundreds of local businesses. Mr. Best, he donates to it. All up and down Minnesota say that. There's businesses, and when we have those COPS calendars, he'll have a calendar, and it has all the businesses that donate to it, from East Patrol, South Patrol, Midtown, and West Patrol. So, and then when we were at Walmart shopping for the parents buying stuff, people were stopping by and saying, hey, we want to help, and they were writing us checks and buying gifts for us there too. So there's a lot of people in the community that we're helping out. So the best thing that I think happened during the whole process for me was one of the guys that actually works at Walmart now came up and talked to me while we were buying gifts for the families, and he said, hey, my family was selected for this 3 years ago.
Oh my God.
And he goes, it made a huge difference. My kids all woke up on Christmas and they're like, Dad, this is all for us, and we're just so excited. And he started tearing up when he was telling me about it. And he goes, man, we wouldn't have had Christmas that year if it wasn't for this program. And he was really grateful for it. And so it's just really neat to, when people are in need, we like to give them a hand up. So it's just really cool to see, somebody come back from the other side saying, hey, this has really helped me in the past. It's good to hear those stories. So, and then Officer Mullen and myself met a little boy who, sweetest little kid, and he's 6 years old, and we found out that he was sleeping in a car and didn't have a house. And so his family, when they got the money, they bought a lot of clothes instead of toys and things like that, a lot of necessities. And that's what we really like to see, I mean, some families will come in and just buy a bunch of toys and won't have any shoes or gloves or hats, but then the families that come and spend it on necessities, those are the ones we really try to give extra to, because we know that they're the ones that really need it, and they're going to be responsible with it. So we try to do the best we can with the information we have at the time. So like I said, if you think of families, just let me know throughout the year, and we'll get it passed on and get it done.
Sounds like y'all doing a great job.
It's a lot of fun.
Thank you all.
You're welcome.
Just don't let them transfer you.
What's that?
So just don't let them transfer you.
Every time we get some good people, do they?
I have a question. You know, my dog walks me around the block.
Okay.
Some of you may remember a few years back, you know, because I do walk up and down the block. And it got so bad one time, Jerry had to get somebody to step in because they were afraid that people over on the area was gonna kill me. Well, and Jerry can tell you the story. It was that bad on that block. That other block.
He made a comment, I said.
And I was known as the snitch. Well, that doesn't bother me because I would refuse to live in a block and there's something going on and don't say nothing. You know, if you're gonna destroy me. One of the fellows who actually wound up going to prison, he's been out now for about 4 years. He doesn't speak to me. What's interesting, he walks up and down the block. He's, you know, I don't know if he, well, I'm assuming he's rehabilitated, but today he stopped me, never says anything. He speaks to my grandson, but he said today, do you know the person on that block up there, that house up there? I said, yeah. He said, tell him, he better come check it out, see what's going on. Well, I'm asking because I've got mixed emotions. It doesn't bother me about what people do to me. I've lived almost 87 years, so it hasn't bothered me. I don't know if this is a setup, or if I should call the property owner, because I do know him, and say, you better come check the house out. I have not seen any activity there, but it's a new people only been moved in about a month ago from Missouri. At least Missouri tags on the car. What's your suggestion? Should I call the property owner?
So the guy that came to you is asking for the property owner to come check on the house?
Uh-huh. And this guy has nothing to do with me because his grandmother's deceased. They said I was the reason that reported and the police arrested him, and he did 2 years. So should I tell the property owner he need to go do that?
Well,
I don't know if anything, it may not be nothing going on. That's what I don't want to, because I have not seen anything, because I go around there 3 times a day.
if it were me, I'd probably just call the property owner and say, hey, this is what happened. This guy told me that you might need to look on what's going on. So next time you happen to be around, just kind of pay attention, see if you notice anything that needs to be addressed. I want to call him and say, hey, get down here and check this out, because you're not seeing anything. You're out there 3 times a day. But if he's saying something suspicious is going on,
That's what, if he says something suspicious.
then you think
well,
there's some bodies in some barrels or something, huh? So if I would just call him, if you know him.
Yeah, I know him.
If you know, I just say I'd say somebody's saying something's going on there. If you happen to come by and check it out, just keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Because the landlords, a lot of times, they'll go in the house and do maintenance or have maintenance people come in there and change out air. They should change out air filters and smoke alarms, stuff like that. But I don't know how often that's happening. But if it's a rental property, they should be doing the basic upkeep stuff every couple months at least.
Okay.
Okay, is anything else? Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, everybody, Merry Christmas. Hope you guys
Same to you.
Thank you.
Are you limited the number of times you can go around the area?
Are we limited to it? We're not, we don't have that much free time anymore. So we're not limited to any amounts of times that we can drive around. It's just that, it's, as soon as we get to work, we're out and we're moving around taking care of calls, and we're late getting here. We didn't have, there was no free time in between. There's a lot of stuff going on in the area we have. We're working a lot with graffiti. We're working a lot with illegal dumping stuff. We don't get to very often just patrol. The police officers that are assigned to this area, they don't have a lot of time to patrol. And that means that we're busy running calls and doing disturbances. That's why you're not seeing as many cars, because we're 52 officers short. So if we had 52 more officers that we would normally have, you might see them more often. But I can't say you're gonna see more cars anytime soon until they hire more officers, because we're just busy, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you very much again. Let me grab one of those copies here.
Oh.
You got a kid, grab them.
Thank you.
And we're always glad to have Rachel Jefferson at one of our meetings. Yeah.
I actually don't. My understanding was just this was the meeting we were gonna be talking about the list work with the executive committee, but since the Newtons are out, maybe that's not something we need to reschedule, so I wasn't, that's just what I had, that's what was communicated to me, so I agree, okay, so.
Expected
Yeah.
here, but,
Yeah.
things happen.
Yeah, absolutely, no, I completely understand, so, I mean, it's, I'm at your guys' disposal, you know, if you'd like to reschedule something before the end of the year, when, I know there, you know, I don't wanna,
Have a good holiday.
with the, Merry Christmas, with, their, child going through surgery, obviously, that takes priority for everyone.
Which area will we?
I think there was just some concerns about the
Well,
grant.
let me say this, we go through this every month. We ask Clifford to call the executive committee and sit down and talk with him. You haven't done that, so let's move on to something else. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so just,
And it doesn't bother, that's not you all.
you know,
He's supposed to call the executive committee together and sit down and discuss this and bring it all in.
okay,
That has not been done, so you're all okay, you're all okay.
Okay.
It's just, we haven't done what we're supposed to do.
okay,
So it's no sense of wasting time
Sure.
discussing this here. We're not gonna take it up today.
okay.
At least I hope we're not.
No,
But y'all-
I think that makes
we're not
sense.
upset. You're okay.
Yeah.
That's us. It's on us.
And just whenever that happens, we're at
Yeah.
disposal, we're ready.
We appreciate you being here.
Okay.
Oh,
Really, thanks for coming.
Oh, sure. Well, I guess I'll, head off to the next thing then. I gotta finish up the annual report for annual meeting tomorrow. But,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and everybody's welcome to come. It's at the Beatrice Sully Community Center. Starts at 11 o'clock a.m., 11 to 1, and we're gonna have lunch and talk about some of the stuff we've been doing over the last year. So it should be pretty good. All right, well, thank you all so much, and if I don't see you, have a blessed holiday.
Merry Christmas too.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you again.
Okay. And if this one is, I'll reach out to you here. Okay. All right. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay, we do have our guest here.
Kiana Jones, yes. And we got her name through Mothers to Mothers, an organization that I didn't even know anything about. Lee Moore from my church said she's been with Mothers to Mothers for 20 years, and she has known, Kiana, she didn't say she'd known you 20 years, but anyway, she said she's known her quite a while.
I've been in the program since 2003.
Want to tell them the number of children you have?
I got 4 daughters that's still in middle school and high school.
I know she said they're all girls.
Yes.
That should be fun.
What's the name again?
Kiana Jones.
How you spell that?
Kiana.
K-I,
ANA.
I lost just bought a hearing aid and made the first payment. I lost it, so I can't hear good.
Oh, mercy.
So,
We better put
My last name
past the
Jones.
basket.
Jones?
Yeah, Jones.
So we can get
Okay.
some money to get a hearing aid.
yeah, somebody help me get it.
I
Made
got
the
no
first
money.
payment.
You have insurance?
No.
You have insurance?
Do they insure?
Don't cover loss.
What? You better give them that hearing aid back.
You have 4 daughters. I'm gonna take it in a minute, so it's all.
I have her address and phone number if you need that for the minute. And, Ida, you wanna tell them the name of the other person? Or the family?
Give me that piece of paper. other lady that we have a basket for is Danielle Boyd. She has 2 children, and she's taking care of a mother that has cancer, and she hasn't worked for over 30 days. Can you tell us something, would it be too much to tell us something about this mothers to mothers, or mothers for mothers?
Mother's been around, it was around before I started being a part of it. My sister was a part of it, and then I went on ahead and got into it, but they helped a lot of us women that, you know, was struggling. They come in and help us with, they teach us with finance and have classes on it and stuff like that. They was helping us with when my kids was younger.
Is it a certain age, or just mothers with
No,
children?
just
that
mothers with children.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Mylan,
Bob Miley?
yes, he
Okay.
started it.
All right.
It's been around for a long time, and they said almost, it should be
Never
like
heard of it.
25 years.
Okay, that's good to know. Did you get that, Mr. Owens? Mothers to mothers? That's the name of the program. And it was started by Bob Mylan.
Okay.
They have one man. Who's a member of Mothers to Mothers? Have you met the man?
Mr. Mylan, yes, I was very well known with Mr. Mylan.
No, I mean,
He's a
They
nice
have-
person.
Yeah,
Nice person.
they have one man, in your organization, Mothers to Mothers. Did you know about that? He hasn't been there very long.
he's been there for a while too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it says Mothers to Mothers.
Like I say,
Somebody brought this thing in.
yeah, because I guess he raised his kids on his own.
Oh, okay.
That's good. I was hoping she could bring her children today.
Yeah, we wanted to get it on tape.
And she has twins.
Oh, you're the one that has the twins?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, glad to be able to give you a basket for Christmas.
Thank you so much.
To make you smile.